This one where Chris Hansen recognizes the guy from the train. But Chris Hansen knows this guy apparently.
The predators I catch come in all shapes, all sizes, and all ages, like this creep pushing 60. But Charles Lawrence isn't looking to hook up with a 13-year-old girl. He's looking for a boy. Lawrence doesn't know it, but he's the latest guy I've caught in our all-new investigative series, Hansen vs. Predator. We're working with the cooperation of Fairfield, Connecticut Police and Tetrad Corps, an online predator watchdog group.
So that's it.
In our sting house, we've hidden more than a dozen cameras. Lawrence is well educated and apparently very well off. He lives in Fairfield, a jewel of Connecticut's Gold Coast. He's an accountant. And get this, he lives only 2,000 feet away from our sting house. Quarter mile he probably wishes he never traveled.
How old are you?
Swear you won't report me?
Of course not.
13.
But when the decoy reveals his supposed age, Lawrence immediately follows up with what seems to be either concern or some unrecognized intuition.
Are you a cop or involved in law enforcement?
LOL. Really?
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, man, I get it.
The conversation quickly becomes
I can't wait till this guy sees Chris Hansen.
With my ex-girlfriend, nothing with a guy.
Gotcha. But you like guys better now?
Never tried it, but being with my girlfriend was really awkward.
Maybe you need a good teacher.
Yeah, you know one?
You're talking to him. LOL. School is in session.
But the exchange gets so graphic, we can't reveal the remaining text. Finally, Lawrence arrived.
How you doing? Good. Come in.
He's going to get a lesson in the prison cell.
Yeah, he is.
You can take a seat. Well, you want a drink? You want some water?
Yeah, great.
You want water? Yeah. So how's your day been so far?
Good.
Yeah. So did you bring anything?
Oh, I have in the car.
You have in the car?
But before he can retrieve something from his car, Lawrence is about to get a big surprise.
No, Chris.
And if he thinks he's in for a shock, so am I.
What are you doing here? Something strikes me. It looks familiar.
And what cops say they found in his car that will turn your stomach. But for this agent, there is no open house, and his best sales pitch is about to strike out. I've caught more than 300 predators in the last decade, and some of them even know me from TV.
No, Chris. What are you doing here?
But this is the first time I've caught anyone who I know. The second Charles Lawrence walked in the door, I thought, I swear I know this guy from somewhere.
I'm watching from the monitor in the other room as he walks in, and something strikes me. He looks familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it. And it dawns on me that this was a fellow I had met on the commuter train years ago. Knew his name. He was in real estate. And here he is in our kitchen trying to hook up with a 13-year-old boy.
When Lawrence sees me, he bolts, gripped in sheer panic.
What are you doing here? Come here, man.
He runs out the door. Now the man I know from the train is about to be derailed.
Oh.
The Fairfield cops nab him in the driveway. They slap the cuffs on him and take him into the garage.
Do you have any weapons? No. Anything that's gonna hurt us? No. A needle? No.
He's put into the back seat of an unmarked car and taken to police
Dude, Chris doesn't get to talk to this guy?
At the station, he tries to hide his face with a hoodie, but there's no escape from our camera. The Fairfield police chief gave us rare access in the back rooms of the station, so you can see the booking process up close.
Anything you say or statements you make may be used against you.
Lawrence empties his pockets and cops frisk him. They take his mugshot. He's fingerprinted, and he gives his consent to allow cops to search his SUV. Find cigarettes, condoms, and a gay porn video called Seattle Bareback Boys.
You know, I mean, Chris Hansen is actually, I know him, he's a friend of mine.
This is the end of the friendship.
Yeah.
And that's more of an embarrassment than anything. I've seen Chris's show before. So
Yeah, but
unfortunately,
we don't care if you've seen the show, big guy.
No, Chris.
When you meet Chris Hansen in the kitchen, there's no way.
Is it your understanding you were going there to see and talk to a 13-year-old?
No.
No, okay.
That's kind of my intention at all. I would never do that.
There would be no reason for you to ask this then. Right. Are you a cop or involved in law enforcement? They respond back, laugh out loud, really? Gotta be careful.
Right. I would never.
They write back, yeah, man, I get it. The problem you're going to have with your explanation is if you thought legitimately that the person was 18 and you thought that you read the number 18.
Again, people could say they're 18 and they're not.
But you didn't say that. You just asked after finding out, after the age was written, which was 13, you're claiming 18. After
Right,
that number was written,
Yeah.
you move forward with some other back and forth, which I can read. I'm looking to get away from that.
Okay. 13, I would have shut it right down. I would have blocked him right then and there.
Charles Lawrence is old enough to be this kid's grandfather. Yet he exchanged some raunchy text messages offering to teach the young boy about sex.
But you like guys better now?
Never tried it, but being with my girlfriend was really awkward.
Maybe you need a good teacher.
Yeah, you know
Oh,
what?
that
You're
line.
talking to him.
That line is.
LOL. School
Oh,
is
it
in
gives me
session.
the creeps,
And
bro.
you won't believe his explanation for trying to hook up with a 13-year-old.
School's in
Blames it
session, he
all
says.
on his eyesight.
I thought he told me he was 18. My eye got scratched, so I can't wear my contacts, so I'm wearing these glasses. And I was downstairs having a cup of coffee.
Ain't gonna work,
Glasses
buddy.
upstairs. And I'm
Stop it.
You know, I'm looking. I thought he said 18. I swear to God, I would never, ever in my entire life meet a 13-year-old.
Yeah, for sure.
I can say to my own self, it's disgusting. Consenting adults is a different story. I could show you that I was at my ophthalmologist yesterday. Scratch on my eye as to
He's
why
got a
I
scratch on his eye, guys.
and why I didn't see that correctly.
I can show you.
I
I can show you if you want to see.
I thought it said 18.
It says 13.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Some people, they say they're 18 and they're not.
The detective's not buying it and explains the charges.
Criminal attempt to commit risk of injury to a minor. Criminal attempt to commit sexual assault in the second degree. And enticing a minor.
Bail is set at $75,000. Lawrence decides not to fight the charges. He pleads guilty. When Crime Watch Daily went to his sentencing at the Fairfield County Court, Lawrence entered through the employee entrance in order to avoid our cameras. He got 8 years, suspended after serving 2 years in prison, and he has to register as a sex offender when he's released. That tough sentence is just fine with Fairfield Police Chief Gary McNamara, who is working hard to keep predators out of his city.
That's a pretty stiff sentence for a first-time offender.
Well, yeah. Well, some would say it's not stiff enough, Chris.
Stiff.
Some would say it's not stiff enough, but certainly that should send the message out that
That's not
we all
stiff,
know
dude.
what the
2 years.
intent was.
And 2 years.
No, Chris.
We got another predator off the streets. It's still hard to believe it's an acquaintance of mine from the commuter train. Charles Lawrence is now taking a one-way ride to prison.
It's not stiff enough because he's 60. I'm sure it's harder for him. Dude. That's fucked.